What's up, everybody? We are here in beautiful Indonesia, in Bali, and so I'm gonna call this the Bali Chronicles. Out here for a mastermind, enjoying ourselves, and had an opportunity to go ahead and provide some adjustments. And so we're gonna introduce DT. Now, DT, you've been experiencing some things. You want to tell the lovely people of YouTube what you've been experiencing?
What's up, lovely people of YouTube? Yeah, my entire life I've never felt in balance. I have minor scoliosis, my hips are misaligned, and yet I've remained really athletic. So years and years and years of overcompensating, just my power distribution feels off. As a result, my shoulders are off. I've got very little curvature in the spine. It just doesn't feel comfortable being in my body. I'm always trying to find center, trying to find alignment, and never quite get it.
Yep. And so we evaluated his gait, evaluated his squat, and we also performed something called standing Gilet test. And what I found is when he's walking, he has an anterior hip rotation, and I want to show you what I see when I do the standing Gilet. So go ahead and face that way. And so here, you don't have to lift your leg up yet, but when he lifts his leg up, what I'm looking for is for the ilium to drop down in posterior rotation. So posterior inferior rotation. So I'm connecting to the PSIS, so we'll find like right there. Now go ahead and lift that right side up. If you could see, his didn't drop down, it actually raised width. So that's a sign of a fixated, stuck ilium on the sacrum. And we'll do the same thing on the left side. So I find PSIS right there, and then go ahead and lift the left leg up. And there's a slight, see that slight dip? So that slight dip is what we want to see. That's a more functional ilium in relationship to sacrum versus the right side. So we definitely have a fixated ilium, and I know that there's some, hip flexor stuff going on. And so we're going to see exactly how that's stuck when we take them to the table. So go ahead and lay face down for me, DT. All right. We are in absolute paradise here, and it's such a blessing to be able to, facilitate a little more connection with the people that we love in our community here. And so always excited for an opportunity to connect with more people. And so just right now, just checking how, when we basically provide a little tension at the heel, how that energy transfers through the system. And so Steve, if you want to watch the entire system, and so as we go through here, I'm seeing how that, again, that energy is translating through the spine. And I would say that is great heel tension that works all the way up to the base of the occiput. When I do the same thing on the right, it doesn't transmit as far, and it's getting really locked in at his ilium, or what you call the SI joint, where the sacrum interacts with the ilium. And so definitely more of an SI issue, definitely more on the right side. If we look at the leg length, and Steve, you want to come back over here? We look at the leg length, what you're able to see, even without me touching his feet, he's a lot shorter on the right side. And you really see, if I bring the heels together, you see the malleolus, or the inside of the ankle there. And then if you could see it down there, he's a good 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch short on the right side. I believe what's happening is his ilium is stuck superior. So we're gonna have to figure out a way how to drop that inferior, and or there could be another something. So we're gonna let the legs come to position 2. He stays short. So if you have a short leg on one side that goes long, that can mean a posterior rotated ilium, but usually if it stays short, it's more of a sacral issue, and or what I've found, a superior ilium. So let's go ahead and palpate and see what we find. So sinking in on the left side, sinking in on the right side, and then going back down the joint this way, back down the joint this way. Yeah. I'm feeling iliacus. Iliacus feels like it's okay. So on the underside and the inside bowl feels okay. I'm gonna stabilize sacrum, pull up at the ilium. Oh, not much motion there. Stabilize the sacrum, pull up at the ilium. So he has a lot of give and better mobility on the left ilium when I go anterior to posterior versus this ilium on the sacrum. When I pull anterior to posterior, he has nothing. So I'm feeling like this is more of that superior ilium that's stuck anteriorly. And so we're going to be doing more of an AS style of an adjustment on this right side. So go this side up for me. Cool. Sweet. Perfect. Just like that. Awesome. Just like that. So now I get my little fine tuning often when I'm inside posture, just seeing how do things move. And yes, it's an ilium on the sacrum right there. I'm doing like a PIIS contact right there. Take a breath for me. Let it out right there. Perfect. Got it. On your stomach, brother. Felt that one, huh?
Wow, baby.
Yeah, buddy. Sweet.
Oh boy.
So we'll see how that integrates within the system. So come back, you can already recheck the feet. He's already got a lot more balance, so already we're even. If you look at the malleolus is lined up now, so that's a 3/4 inch change off one adjustment. But if you come over here, Steve, and face the spine, you'll see how his system, oh, he actually just made that little correction, but he's slightly more raised on the right side. So right here is where you're starting to see, potentially where is the next distortion pattern. You can see some of the scoliosis as it comes this way and then comes back. So it's here, here, and he's more raised on this side. So there's probably a rotation of the spine there. So that will be our next adjustment. And we got great balancing on the legs from the first adjustment there. And so now just checking, so right here, we're about T9 level. There's a rotation, it's posterior on the right at the TP. So we're gonna sink in here, right there. Perfect. Great adjustment. So now already, this is beautiful. Now, we should shoot more videos with the shirt off, but you're already seeing rebalancing of the musculature. So before it was raised on this side, made that adjustment, and now you're starting to see, actually even seeing, ooh, look at the breath. The breath is tracking all the way up. Awesome. So that's a more integrated system. That's how we should breathe. We should breathe, from the top of our skull and all the way down to the depth of our perineum or our pelvic floor. And so right here is another one at T3. Take a breath for me and let it out. Right there. Beautiful. Roll to your back for me, bud. We're doing better. We're doing better.
Left side up.
On your back.
On my back.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
Now, really feeling the heat of Bali, huh?
It's no joke.
All right, so we're gonna check out the neck. Now, regardless if somebody has a lower back issue or a neck issue, we always want to check out the full spine. Remember that it's one spine, and that it's all in communication with each other. And so a lot of times when people have a low back issue, they also have a neck issue because the neck is a mirror of the low back and vice versa. So C6 right there. Awesome. And then C2, but this one actually has, as I go to connect to the C2, I'm actually feeling it's a little bit more occiput anterior. There it is. Oh man, we're flowing now. So again, I rechecked the legs. We have full balancing again of the legs. As we bring the ankles toward each other, you can see how they're directly lined up. So we were able to clear a 3/4 inch leg deficiency with really that first adjustment, which is incredible. So he still has a little bit at the hip joint. I can tell from, again, watching the energy transfer. And so we're gonna find out at what exact part is there adhesion or fixation with the femur and the acetabulum. It's right there. Got it. And so he got a little bit of release at the ankle, but more release at the hip. Well, again, we'll recheck to see how things are coming in. Internal rotation's great. External rotation, again, when I do external rotation of the feet, that's external rotation of the femoral heads within the acetabulum. Internal rotation is the same thing. Good transfer of energy. Go ahead and stand up, brother. How you feeling?
Like I'm in the presence of a wizard. Like, yeah, feeling good. Yeah.
All right, let's recheck and see. So face that way for me. So when we first started, your ilium was not moving on this right side. So go ahead and lift your right leg up. Boom. That's what you wanted. So you see that little 2 millimeter shift go back down. You'll see this 2 millimeter shift in the thumb. Go ahead. Boom. That's all it is.
Wow.
Before it used to raise up because the ilium was so stuck that it would actually just go with it instead of dropping down like it should. So we'll recheck the left side as well. We want to see the same thing. Go ahead. Boom. So left side is dropping out. That's like that 2-3 millimeter shift. It's not a lot, but that's all you need in the movement when you're doing this test. So go ahead. Let them know how I feel.
I feel.
We haven't even walked yet. Walk and talk. Walk
shit.
and talk.
I feel,
yeah, try it out.
I feel like on my feet, like I got balance. Holy shit. Yeah, I feel like I've got full hip mobility. I've got balance. I feel like my feet are actually planted on the floor at the same time, which sounds ridiculous, like obviously, but I've never felt that before. It always feels like I was rotated like this.
Wow.
Shit, man, that's crazy.
That's huge.
That's thank you.
Not bad, huh? You're
wow,
welcome, man.
that is extraordinary. That is amazing.
You're how old now?
30 years old.
So 30 years of potentially, well, who knows when this happened, but of having that imbalance, and now here we are.
For as long as I can remember, yeah.
So if you're somebody out there that's looking to receive some help in improving your function or improving your life, we are located in Oakland, California. It's the Source Chiropractic, and we're here to serve you, big time. And there's a lot of people out there that need the help. They just haven't found the right people yet, and we have an incredible team there. Also, if you need a referral for somewhere else around the world, just let me know. Type it in as a comment. But we'll see you next time. Thank you. Peace.